Hey there, I'm Fort Hatchett with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. While we are enjoying the winter weather here, we know that extreme heat is never too far away in our state. Now, Arizona workers could get extra protections from our deadly summer heat. This week, the state's Workplace Heat Safety Task Force released new recommendations for employer heat safety guidelines. They include providing shade and cool water for free and granting workers periodic rest breaks to cool down. Employers would also need to develop heat illness prevention plans. Governor Hobbs created the task force through an executive order in 2025.
Employers need clear guidelines, and that's what this EO will help establish.
And believe it or not, Arizona has no detailed formal heat standards for workplaces. A separate group called the Arizona Heat Standards Coalition is pushing for enforceable rules. And those new state recommendations we mentioned aren't final quite yet. The state's Industrial Commission still needs to hold public hearings before a final vote can happen, and that is set to happen in the spring. We are now 4 days into 2026, but safety remains a top priority even though the holidays are over. A quick reminder tonight from Valley first responders, it is the last day for legal fireworks in Arizona. And the year ahead in 2026 will be a big one for our Phoenix area freeways. The Arizona Department of Transportation, ADOT, laying out their plans to improve Valley roads, beginning with a $129 million project to widen the 303 near the I-17. It's the first project funded by Proposition 479 that was approved by voters back in 2024. Work starts in late January to add direct freeway-to-freeway ramps and widen the 303 to 3 lanes in each direction. The project is scheduled to be completed in 2028, but it's not the only one. ADOT is also planning to widen parts of the 101 and 202 this year. And if you're trying to save money in 2026, experts say you can get a head start at the grocery store. The latest government figures show grocery prices rose about 2% over the last year, and Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Mattery shares ways to outsmart rising prices so you don't waste your money.
After weeks of holiday parties and big holiday meals, it might be time for a food budget reset in the new year to help both your waistline and your wallet.
Here at the ETC market, grocery shoppers say they plan to cut back in the new year. The Denham family is already tightening its budget.
I probably will cut back on food and continue to not drink much in January.
We typically do a dry January as well, cutting back on some of the sweets and the heavier foods.
Erica Turnbull plans to dine out less.
Start buying more like whole foods and less eating out. I'm going to try.
For do's and don'ts at the grocery store, we asked a trio of retail and consumer experts for their grocery fails and what to do instead. The first,
buying too many premium products that don't need to be premium.
Instead, opt for high-quality store brands.
Where you're getting, again, the same product, ideally the same quality, but you just don't have the brand on it.
Next, overdoing it at warehouse clubs.
I think it's going to the Costco or the Sam's Club and just overbuying, and they end up throwing a bunch of it away.
Lastly,
shopping inside of the aisles as opposed to shopping the perimeter. And so that is going to be where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, your vegetables, your proteins.
Other methods for saving: plan your meals around what's on sale. Don't just shop at eye level. Download your store's app for exclusive savings and use leftovers to stretch your budget.
I am on the precipice of my 50th year on Earth, so I want to get in shape and I want to be the best version of myself that I can be.
A little reset in January will lower your food budget and keep resolutions on track so you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
Tracking your forecast, I'm meteorologist Justin Hobbs. Starting off the week pretty quiet here in the valley. We'll have a few clouds overhead to start the morning off. 55 degrees as you're waking up on your Monday morning. Again, off and on clouds throughout the day. We'll be into the mid-60s by the lunch hour. 69 degrees for our high in the afternoon. So still running a bit warm for this time of the year. Meanwhile, up in the high country, you'll notice temperatures down to freezing in the morning for Flagstaff. Winslow at 35, 43 Sedona will be in the low 50s for parts of western Arizona. Also may have just a few isolated showers and maybe some snow showers on some of those higher peaks to the early part of the day. By the afternoon, though, most of us staying quiet and a few clouds across the high country as well. 42 for Flagstaff, 50s for Winslow, Sedona, Payson, and Prescott at 51 degrees in the afternoon. Now, as we get further into the week, some changes are on the way. We're tracking a storm system, and the movement that it makes really will play a role with our rain chances. Right now, I'm going to hold around 20% for Wednesday, 30% for Thursday. That could rise if the storm system takes a certain track. It could lower if it takes a more southerly track. We'll keep you updated. Otherwise, temperatures will be falling late into the week.
And for the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, you can head to abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.